In 2007, I used to write articles for money. I got good at writing articles quickly, and I worked up the nerve to create an information product on how to write high-quality articles fast. I sold this info product for $4 a pop, sold a few thousand copies in a month, and I thought, wow, I've discovered the secret to life here with info products. I had a 6-page ebook. It only took me about 2 hours to write, and it made me a lot of money. So for the next few years, all I did was create info products. I'd find simple things that I could master, and then I'd create and document a system for it, and then I'd put it in an info product, whether it's a PDF, a video, or an audio version of it, and then I'd sell that puppy on the internet. Now, here's where it gets weird. When I really got into marketing in 2006, I was told to read a few different key books to help me master my craft. One of them was called Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz, and the book was out of print at the time. I had to go to several Iowa libraries using interloan programs before I found one in Iowa City that would get me the book on loan from another library somewhere else in Pennsylvania. So I took the copy once I got it, brought it to Kinko's, photocopied every page, and I would study that thing day and night as if my life depended on it. There were other books like this book that I'd have to go through great efforts just to get access to this information. Now flash forward to 2024, there's better information on advertising and marketing for free on YouTube than in the whole entirety of the book Breakthrough Advertising. The quality of free information on the internet is insane. It's better than the best library in the world, and you don't even have to put your pants on to gain access to the information. So does this mean that you should no longer sell info products? Actually, I would argue the opposite. I think info products, as long as you do it right, are a better opportunity than ever. Here's why. You ever have an itch that the more you scratch it, the more it ends up itching? A lot of info is like that. You start to consume information to satisfy some sort of emotional or some sort of intellectual need, and only end up desiring even more information on the topic. The more free info you have that doesn't get you the result you want, the more you become interested in the idea of paying for information that might get you the result. You have an itch that free information alone won't scratch. In fact, most info out there on YouTube is exactly that, because learning is boring and tedious, and if you want to teach something and teach it right, it runs counter to what YouTube wants in its algorithm. If you look at most education on YouTube, it's the equivalent of fast food packaged up to make it look like a gourmet meal. Most things, they can't be taught thoroughly and in depth and be entertaining enough to be pushed in the algorithms. And most creators, whether consciously or not, are deciding on the content to teach based on its reach in YouTube's system. So they optimize for YouTube's value, not the end user's value. Now, sometimes those values do overlap, but unfortunately not as often as it seems. And there's another consideration too. If the thing can be taught on YouTube in a video, then it's not worth selling as information anyway. Most of the best info products that I've created have came from highly specialized areas that you can't find any good info on YouTube, because really maybe only a few thousand people need that type of information. It just so happens to be the right few thousand. Those who have a high value placed on having the problem solved. Let's say you solve 1,000 people's problems and it only costs $1,000 for them to solve that problem. Well, then guess what? 1,000 people times $1,000 is $1 million. Lastly, info products don't only have to limit themselves to information. My best offers usually have info at its core and then other modalities around it to supplement and make the product even better. So things like software, service, SOPs, coaching, templates, and other resources, they take the information and they enhance it to bring the value beyond just what information itself can give it. The bottom line is this: the world will always have problems that the right information fitted to the right audience can result in, for you, a lot of money, and for the market, a lot of value. Thankfully, gone are the days where basic low-value info is dressed up and sold as life-changing advice with a huge price tag. That's what YouTube solves now, is the basic information. The conversation now needs to switch to, because there's all this free information out here, where do we go to solve our problems? See, if a problem's 99% solved with free information, it's still a problem. So focus on the gaps of where the free information currently leaves the problem unsolved. Fill those gaps And it's actually now easier than ever to create and sell info products that make you money and get your clients results.